Hi everybody, Marcus Curtis here with Old World Mastinos. It's been a little bit since I've done one of these helpful tips. As I've mentioned in previous videos, going on probably 20 years of breeding, I've learned a lot, personal experience, and I've read a lot, and I want to give back. I've been blessed by God and had much success, me and my wife, with Old World Mastinos in our kennel. And it's always good to give back and help people in their breeding programs. So today the tip is breeding and the 5 different ways of breeding. The 5 different ways, number 1 is line breeding. Number 2, inbreeding. Number 3, back breeding. Number 4, outcross breeding. And number 5, breed cross breeding. 5 different ways of breeding. All have a really good purpose. They have pros and cons. I have done all of them except for the cross breeding, or breed outcross, that is. And I'll go over them briefly. Inbreeding is where you take dogs that are super close, half brother, half sister. Those are generally inbreeding, and they can be very effective. The number one thing, obviously, is that they have to be extremely healthy, because you're doubling down on genes and you're condensing the gene pool. So everything that's good and promising will work. Everything that's bad also will be fixed. So you got to be very careful with it. Phenotype is important, but health is even more important. So you got to be very careful when inbreeding, but it can be very effective with stamping the look of what you're trying to do in your kennel. Backbreeding is where you backbreed to the parents. So it could be a daughter to father, it could be a son to mother. That too, you have to be very careful from a health standpoint, but it can be very helpful in stamping, again, the look, the movement, a particular type in the line, so it can be very effective. Line breeding is breeding anything that has similar dogs for a particular reason within that line within 3 generations. Something that I've done quite often. I've had great success with it, and again, health is key. Looks, temperament, all those things that you're trying to stamp. You're trying to lock in mathematically those dogs that you're trying to incorporate into your breeding. Outcrossing is breeding dogs that are 5 generations out, meaning they have no similarities, no genes, no ties within 5 generations. Usually have a lot of success with that. The dogs generally end up being bigger, healthier. So there's some really key things that will help you in your program doing outcrossing. Again, it depends on what you're trying to bring into your kennel. You're trying to cut the blood, whatever it is, can be very effective. And then finally is breed cross. And for whatever reason, if you're trying to create a new breed or you're trying to change something for health, there have been times in the past where people will bring in a dog of a complete cross. For instance, in the Bullies, maybe they brought in a bulldog or a French bulldog or whatnot. There was some key element that they were trying to change. They brought that in, and there can be some key elements that can definitely help, especially when it comes to health, longevity, stuff like that. So anyways, 5 different types of breeding. Although it was brief, hopefully this can be helpful for you. And good luck in your breeding program, and continue to follow us, like us, and share us. Old World Mastinos, checking out.